Hi, little guy. Well, the president's talking and I have it on pause because I just want to keep reading to you. So I'll listen afterwards. Back to the story. So, when I watch Papa put on makeup, he explains, I take this little piece of hair out of the package and pull it until it becomes thick. That's interesting. Then I take this bottle of paste and brush it on my cheeks and chin. When I put the hair over the paste, it becomes a beard and mustache. Are you really my papa? I ask him. Piff Poff, not to worry. I am really your papa. How else would I know your name is Rifka? He does look curious though. He looks like a he doesn't look like a man with a mustache. He looks I don't know, like Santa Claus with a blue bag or something and a black beard. But it's interesting. First I thought it was a bird, a big bird. But let me read instead of these commentaries. I like to visit the actresses in their dressing room. Each lady sits in front of a long shelf with mirrors and electric light bulbs. Look at that. On the shelves are jars filled with powder and rouge and rabbit's feet to puff it on their cheeks. There are colored sticks of shiny red lipstick and blue and purple eyeshadow. There are beads and ribbons hanging over the mirrors and pretty dresses hanging on racks. The actresses laugh and joke and tell each other not to say bad words in front of me. They give me candy and cough drops and spray their perfume on me. Sometimes they let me wear their makeup. These pictures might be better in person because they're very big sweeping pictures and you kind of need to see the whole sweep of it. They're also exaggerated and quite interesting the way they have these little flurry of things, but I don't know if it's picking it up. But back to the story. It's very dark backstage when the curtain is closed, but you can peek through a little hole to see if there is a big audience. When the curtain opens up, the bright lights are turned on, the actors come on stage. Then the play begins. Sometimes Papa takes my hand and we go exploring under the stage to examine the props. I am a little afraid because it is dark on the steps. Piff Poff, not to worry, Papa says. I'll protect you. Come, Rivkala. Just look at these treasures. How about a crown with pearls? Sorry, I need to hold it up so you can see it. Some gold wine cups? A box filled with money? Here's a baby in a cradle. This doll must be 30 years old by now. There's quite a lot of interesting things down there. I see a king's throne, a garden gate, baskets filled with wax, fruit, and shopping bags overflowing with presents. There are big chairs and little chairs. There's a table with a beautiful birthday cake. Papa says, don't try to taste it. It's made out of plaster. Papa tells me, so tell me, Rivkala, when you see an actor with blood on his hand, what is it? It's ketchup, Papa. When you see the actress drinking a lot of whiskey from the bottle, what is it? Tea, Papa. When an actor hits another actor with a loud slap, is he hurt? No, Papa, because the stagehand slaps his hands together behind the curtain. How about kissing? The man holds the girl's head between his hands and he kisses his thumbs. When we hear the orchestra playing, Papa says it's time to go upstairs. There are no lights backstage. I am very careful not to trip over the wires on the floor. She's sitting right there, if you can see, in the glare. Some of the actors are already talking to each other on the stage. There are bright lights shining on them, but the audience sits in the dark. Papa runs to get me a chair, so I can watch while he and Mama sing and dance. Today, the stage is lit up like the outside of a house, with steps going up to a porch. There are rocking chairs and boxes filled with red geraniums. I know they aren't real flowers. Pretty soon I get tired of sitting on the chair, so I decide to climb up the steps. It's hard to sit during a long performance and just keep yourself busy. Suddenly, I am on the porch of the house in the middle of the stage. Oh, she's inadvertently come onto the stage where the act is going on, the play is going on, in front of a lot of people. The actors point their fingers at me. The orchestra stops, and I walk over and smell the fake flowers so I will look like I belong. Papa sees me and holds out his hand. Come, Rifka, come to me. I stand between Papa and Mama. The audience begins to laugh, and a man in the audience makes a loud whistle. Somebody in the first row yells, "Say something!" That's a little rude. Even a book from long ago had rudeness in it. Let's not talk about the rabbit's feet. I let go of Papa and Mama and walk to the middle of the stage. Piff paff, I say in my bravest voice. Not to worry. I get a lot of applause. So I bow all the way down and blow lots of kisses. Looks like people are throwing flowers. Piff paff, not to worry. I am going to act on the stage when I grow up. I think that's the end. Oh. There's a page here about the Yiddish theater in New York. Let me read it very quickly. It was between the late 1800s and early part of the 20th century. I'm going to skip a lot so that you don't have to hear every word. I will actually read this and tell you about it so that you don't have to sit and watch me read. Okay. But that is Rifka Takes a Bow. And what I might do, I have some good books here. And what I'm also going to do is get some poems and things so that I don't have to hold up something that's this wide. I can just, read it and you can see me while I do it. But I hope you enjoyed that book. I hope you're having a wonderful day, little Isaac. I may do one of mine outside today because it is beautiful. They said thick fog over everything. Well, from the first moment of sunlight, it was bright and no fog. I'm all for that. Have a wonderful day, little guy. One last whistle attempt. Hey, that was a little better. Not so much. You know what you could do? Ask your dad. Your dad can whistle. One more time. I would sing, but that might not be so good either. So I'm just going to say, I love you, little guy. Have a wonderful morning.